Okay, in this session, I want to present my topic family social capital, dilemma for family business. Why I call as dilemma? Because we know that in the family business or family firm, in dealing with social capital, family firm should choose. It's important for them to build strong ties or weak ties, and then they should decide the role of family member or non-family member. And then also interesting issues that if we want to compare family firm and non-family firm, how they can develop their social capital. Okay, first maybe I want to share about the meaning of social capital. I took the definition by Coleman. Social capital can be defined as the set resources inherent in family, because you know that basically social capital can be developed by family firm, family business inherent, because in family business we know that, let's say, trust can be developed more in family business compared with non-family business. And then the second definition from Nahapit and Kosal, I took this definition because in my study, in my research before, I took the dimension of social capital from Nahapit and Kosal. Nahapit and Kosal said that social capital is the sum of the actual and potential resources embedded within available through and derived from social network. So, in social capital is very important for the firm, for the organization to develop their social network, social relationship. Okay, and then so we can define social capital, okay, by institution norm and networks that promote cooperation and enable collective action. Okay, in economics, what we call as capital is resources and capabilities that can create values. Oh, okay. And then in strategic management, what is the meaning of values? Value is competitive advantage. As Pak Yakub said before, that it's very important for the company. Pak Yakub said before that, let's say for business sustainability, it's very important for the company how they can build, how they can maintain their competitive advantage by creating values. Okay, next. Okay, so according to Jebarni, what resources and capabilities that can be built by the company as capital, as their sources of competitive advantage, according to Jebarni, these resources and capabilities, this capital, and also include social capital, they should be valuable. They should be able to create value. And then the second should be rare. Rarity is very important. Not all company can develop this capital. And then the third is immutability. How the company can create this capital that cannot be easy for other companies, for the competitor to imitate it, to copy it. And then the last is organization, means that how the company, how the organization can be able to exploit this capital to be their sources of their competitive advantage. And then this is a social capital dimension, first introduced by Nehapit and Kosal, and then also in this in my research, I also took this social capital dimension, and also next related research conducted by Herrero and Hackes in 2019 about family social capital. Okay, according to Nehapit and Kosal, there are three social capital dimensions. The first is structural dimension, or I call it as structural embeddedness. Okay, this is referred to the pattern and strength of ties, network relationship in the organization, how the company can set or design their organization, and then how they can develop communication system, and then how they can share information, knowledge one and each other in the organization. Okay, and then the second is relational embeddedness, or relational dimension. This is referred to the degree of commitment, trust, norms, reciprocal obligation, and identity. This is very important. How they can, how the member of organization can be tied one and each other based on commitment and trust. And then the last is cognitive embeddedness. It's about shared values, common vision, and strong cognitive cohesion among members. Why, as I call it social capital in the family firm or family business, as can create some dilemma, because based on my study, okay, this is just three types of social dimension, social capital, explained by Putman. Okay, according to Putnam, there are two basic of social capital. The first is bonding. Okay, bonding. This is better position for me. Okay, bonding describe connection between similar group of people that share same characteristics. So bonding is about inward looking, how the company or the firms can connection between members. So dilemma for the family business, they should develop strong ties between member, or they should develop some connection with external partner or external member, external companies. Okay, bridging. Bridging is opposite of bonding. It's not from just inward looking, but it should be outward looking. How the company or the organization, you see, not necessary to build strong ties in the inside organization, but how they can create some connection, some relationship with others in outside. And then linking is just about extension of bridging. It can be horizontally, or vertically. Okay. How about family in family business or in family firms? It should be more bonding social capital than bridging, because in family, uh, let's say there are some norms. It's it's easier for the family business to build their trust between family members. Okay, next please. This is my research. I conducted my research in metal industrial district in Tegal, small and medium enterprise, because we know that most of Indonesia small and medium enterprise are family business, family firm. Okay, based on the dimensions of social capital introduced by Nehepit and Gosal, structural, relational, and cognitive, and then in my research, I want to know about how the effects of social dimension, the social capital dimension to entrepreneurial behavior. Entrepreneurial behavior can reflect in competitive behavior, or how the effect of this dimension to social knowledge exchange is about cooperation. So, entrepreneurial behavior and social knowledge exchange is a paradoxical condition. Should we compete or cooperate? And then my research found that structural embeddedness enforce entrepreneurial behavior, but okay. So this is from my research. I found that in metal producer in Tegal, they conduct more to compete. It's not easy for the companies, for the producer to enforce social capital, to in social knowledge exchange. Next, please. This is about family social capital. Next, please. Because of time. Okay. So family social capital. How the company, how family firms can take social capital, can build social capital as a capital that cannot be easily imitated or copied by other company, because unique. This social capital is unique for the family firm. Next please. Okay, this is just to show that family social capital is more tend to bonding, not preaching. But it's very important. Let's say next please. But the problem is, the family firms cannot take social capital as their sources of competitive advantage. Let's say how the company can innovate, how they can develop their innovation, not just based on internal knowledge, but also how they can get some new knowledge from others' social networks. Next, please. Okay, this is so many conflict in family business. You know that Namanil finally bankrupt because of family conflict. But in some company, as Pak Yakub mentioned before, Hoshi and then Kongo Gumi. This is, Kongo Gumi, more than 1,500 years, but finally acquired by others company, not because of conflict, but they want to expand to other businesses. Okay, next please. This is positive consequences of strong family social capital. Family social capital can tie family members based on moral behavior, cooperation, collaboration, and reciprocity among family members. Because based on their what Pak Jacob said before, that because of tradition, values, but how this cooperation, how this collaboration, reciprocity among members can create capital? This is a big question, should be answered by the family firms. Next, this is negative consequences of strong family social capital, because you see that a very strong family social capital can create organizational inertia, uh, exclusiveness in the family firms. They cannot get new knowledge, new idea from external, from others. Next, please. Okay, okay, next, please. Okay, next. 1 minute, 1 minute, Pak Romo, 1 minute. Okay. Okay, this is the concept of structural holes introduced by Ronald Birch. We can see that from this slide. This is the yellow regions is family business, family organization, family firms. And then let's say how family firms can get new ideas, new knowledge from others, from external. They should get new ideas, new knowledge from others network. This is the blue line. Okay. Okay, next please. This is the study of hero and acts. Okay. Maybe in the jump to last slide, please. Okay. Okay. So you see that family firms, how they can achieve and sustain their competitive advantage, should be considered to develop not only bonding but also bridging. Okay, especially what Pak Adi Lukman said before, in dealing with industry 4.1, that less human and human contact, how family firms should create not only bonding but also bridging social capital, and then also how the family firms should consider to the role of non-members, not family members. Okay, this is all for. Thank you, Pak.